words of Sri Aurobindo from the book The Mother, Part 2, Letters on the Mother by our Lord, Chapter 10, The Mother's Help in Difficulties, page 347, topic, Conditions for the Working of the Mother's Protection. Sri Aurobindo says, the mother has made an arrangement with a view to all the occult forces and the best possible conditions for the protection of the sadhaks from certain forces of disease and death, etc. It cannot work perfectly because the sadhaks themselves have not the right attitude towards food and kindred vital physical things. But still, there is a protection. If, however, the sadhaks go outside her formation, it must be on their own responsibility. But this arrangement is for the ashram and not for those who are outside. Date 14 July 1933. Question. Is it not true that the sadhaks observe the rules laid down by the mother because they feel that by not observing them and disobeying her, one goes out of her protection? For this, Sri Aurobindo says, it is precisely that one immediately goes out of the protection. Date 8th June 1933. Next question. All would like to allow the mother's protection to remain with them, but perhaps certain conditions have to be fulfilled. For this, Sri Aurobindo says, there are very few who allow it. There is a general protection around all, but most go out of it by their attitude, thoughts, or actions, or open the way to other forces. Date 24th August 1933. Sri Aurobindo says, it is not because the mother has withdrawn her protection, she has not done that. It is more likely that the difficulty came because you have been going too much out of your inner being and externalizing yourself. It is better to draw back within again and recover the inner calm and peace. Next question. If people constantly have the mother's protection around them, I don't think they will ever have depression and doubt or anything hostile to the divine. For this, Sri Aurobindo says, these things may try to come, but they will not be able to enter or stay. Next question. If a boy comes here at an early age, will he be free from the difficulties that usually go with sex? For the Sri Aurobindo says, it is not automatically true. It is only possible, but on condition he gets fully into the influence of the mother, is not too open to the atmosphere of other sadhaks who have it, does not get upset at the initial age, and also does not get upset himself by reading erotic literature, etc. There is no one who has been able to do all that yet. Date 8th November 1933. Next topic, accidents and the mother's protection. Question. X had a car accident this morning. Could mother not see the possibility of this accident beforehand and prevent it? Or was it because X had in some manner gone out of the zone of her protection? For the Sri Aurobindo says, it was not possible to prevent the accident. When the danger comes, a call to the mother is the first thing to be done. That makes the gentle protection at once effective. X was in too externalized state to do that, and he did the very opposite thing to what should have been done, trying to get away in front of the car instead of behind it. But the true cause was something more internal. One of those choices made by the inner being, not necessarily known to the conscious mind, which bring these things as a response. Date 27 Jan 1936. Next topic, the mother's protection on the vital plane. Sri Aurobindo says, it was a dream of the vital plane where all kinds of dangers occur until you get courage to face them. If there is no fear, or if there is the protection of the mother, which becomes manifest by remembering or calling her, then these dangers come to nothing. It is the fear of mad men that brought the thing in the vital. Such things as this fear has to be thrown out of the nature. Date 8th September 1933. Next topic, rejection of difficulties by inward surrender. Sri Aurobindo says, to come physically to the mother for getting rid of a disturbance is unnecessary and useless. It is inwardly that you must take refuge in her and throw away the wrong moment, as you have seen on this occasion. To come physically would only create a habit of getting wrong and coming to her to get right, and it would also lead to the wrong moment of throwing the difficulty on her instead of inwardly giving it up, rendering its surrender. But it is a gentle surrender that is needed, which could prevent these useless disturbances over trifling matters, egoisms, insistences on one's own point of view, anger because one does not have one's own way, or a due recognition of one's independence or importance. It is the inner oneness that saves, not the outer nearness. Date 17th November 1933. Next topic, laying all moments bare before the mother. Sri Aurobindo says, one rule for you I can lay down. Do not do, say, or think anything which you would want to conceal from the mother. And that answers the objections that rose within you from your vital, is it not? Against bringing these petty things to the mother's notice. Why should you think that the mother would be bothered by these things or regard them as petty? If all the life is to be yoga, what is there that can be called petty or of no importance? Even if the mother does not answer, to have brought any matter of your action and self development before her in the right spirit means to have put it under her protection in the light of truth, under the rays of the power that is working for the transformation. For immediately those rays begin to play and to act on the thing brought to her notice. Anything within that advises not to do it, when the spirit in you moves you to do it, may very well be a device of the vital to avoid the ray of light and the working of the force. It may also be observed that if you open yourself to the mother by putting the movements of any part of you under her observation, that of itself creates a relation, a personal closeness with her other than that which her general silent or not directly invited action maintains with all the sadhaks. All this, of course, if you feel ready for this openness, if the Spirit moves you to lay what is in you bare before her, for it is then it is fruitful when it comes from within and is spontaneous and is true. Date 18th May 1932. Question. Today, a thought has come to me. Why are you forcing yourself so much with regard to the control of the vital being? Better not bother about opening your thoughts and desires to the mother, rather, leave her to work on you. For the Sri Aurobindo says, if you want the mother to work through you, you must lay before her your thoughts and desires and reject them. Date 3rd September 1933. Next question. On reading my yesterday's letter to the mother, I feel today as if she was not pleased with my laying before her the wrong thoughts I had about X and Y. For this, Sri Aurobindo says, your writing these things does not give any displeasure to mother. It is better to write if you have them than to be silent about it. Date 9th June 1933.